Oh, we did it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you had two people join after you. That was a close one. They could have said some weird things to you.
So, I don't know how this is gonna work. Let me set up. I should probably be recording myself.
Oh, I figured it's gonna be really convoluted and complex if you try and if I try show my camera to you. So I figured I would just put you on screen and then you can just highlight it from.
Don't
my
worry
VOD.
about. Yeah, no, that's fine. I was gonna see. Chat, how's my volume doing? That's always an issue on Discord.
Oh,
it
that's
seems
like
it's
the
fine.
wrong thing that I'm showing here. Just casually streaming my my mod chat. That's cool. All right, we're good. All right, let me crop you.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
I've been cropped. Yep. Oh, sure, that works.
How's married life?
Dude, it's going.
It's
Married
going.
Life, I get a house. No, it's fun.
Yeah, it's
I got all my field stuffed animals. We got
the priority.
This one. This is a little guy. We got this one. He's a little bigger. And we got this one. He's a little different. So those are all my fields.
All right, you ready to go?
Yeah, so this is all about people telling us embarrassing stories, which should be fun. I was going to ask, though, before we start, because I have two that I want to tell. Do you have any embarrassing stories?
Oh, I never actually thought about this. I didn't think we were going to do any ourselves. I didn't even think about it. So just like generic, like embarrassing, funny, crazy, like local, regional YCS stories?
Yeah, just like anything that's like happened. It doesn't have to be a misplay.
Well, we have a lot of tales for the Scottish player base. I will tell you that. I can TLDR you one of the YCSs. It was
Sure.
I didn't attend this, but I know the story quite well. But it was YCS Rimini, I think, 2014 or 15. A group of Scottish boys decided to go up to a YCS. And Scottish people are globally infamous for their drinking habits. And so at this Italian hotel, the players in question, my friends, had managed to incur, after a long night of partying in the hotel room, had managed to incur so much property damage to the hotel room that it racked up in the thousands. And they were essentially being held hostage by the hotel to be able to pay off that damage for all the furniture and spillage and stuff that happens when you're drunk in a hotel room. So there was a lot to deal with. Now, after coming to terms with the fact that some people were more to blame than others, trying to raise a grand total of I think like 2,500 euros, 3,000 euros was like the all-in damages. It dawned on them that it wasn't going to be really like doable. So after conjuring around about half of it, my good friend sold his binder, and he used to be a really like big, trader at locals and stuff, and had like a kind of flashy binder and stuff. So he managed to put together like about half of that value just through selling cards desperately at the YCS to try and pay off this. Outside of the venue, of course, not transactions with pay.
Not inside. Yeah, that's illegal.
They had incurred so much property damage that it just wasn't enough. And by the way, this was like, the first night. So this was like Friday or something. So they still had a lot to get through. Now, what do you do in a situation where you have like half of a bill to pay for all of these damages and like the hotel, like, essentially keeping you there hostage? Well, the plan that my friend came up with was he would drop the main event, enter the win a giant card, win the giant card, sell it to a vendor to then make up the money for the damages to the hotel. That was no sense of irony or anime protagonist level of humor behind this. This was the plan. He was entering the Sunday to play on the giant card to win and sell the giant card and pay off the rest of the hotel damages. Yeah. That's I'm sure there's a lot more nuance and detail to it, but in a nutshell, that's basically what happened. I actually no, he did.
No,
By
did
the way,
it
just
work? Did he get the giant card?
no, he didn't. I think basically one of our rich friends essentially had to beg mommy for
I
money.
just imagine this really hungover person like telling his friends this plan and then like losing round one like immediately. Well,
Alright,
okay,
got
we're
this
not
big
going into
plan
too
here.
much details about that for the sake of my wife's embarrassment. But if you remember in Texas, I didn't get charged for any of the damages to our hotel room. Like they
Really?
didn't charge us
Didn't you
at
pay
all.
like a? Oh, you
Really?
left a tip. That's what you did.
Not that big, not like a $2,000 tip, but yeah, that was
I mean, for
crazy.
the
But
cleaning people, it was that was
that's their
pretty
job.
good guy, Doug. By the way, chat. He doesn't
Crazy.
talk about it obviously, chat. But Doug, he was nice enough to be very generous and leave a 3-digit tip for the people who had to deal with the damages incurred in our hotel room. So
Yeah.
white people
Um,
happy for him.
Yeah. No, okay. So I have that wasn't you'll have to think of one as we go through here that's like about you because I have two that are shorter than that are about me. Okay, so one time I was at this regional. I'm sitting like 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes after the timing round has been called, and it's like new time rules. So I mean, not a lot of time in between rounds. And like I look at my left hand, I'm just like, oh, it's kind of covered in like Sharpie. Like, I mean, that happens. You sign cards. I'm sure you've gotten Sharpie on your hands. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And I put my hand in my pocket. It's like, it's kind of wet in there. Like, I pull my hand out, it's covered in ink. I'm
Trying to
like,
keep a straight
this
face
isn't
right now. Sorry.
Sharpie. A pen exploded in my pocket. And we're 5 minutes at a time. So I go to the bathroom, which, by the way, the funniest part about
Wait, did
this
you
is
go
that,
to the
like,
bathroom during the match?
no, it's 5 minutes in it. Sorry, I'm in between rounds. Like
Oh,
my
okay,
match
right,
was
right.
done. Yeah. I just put a pen in my pocket and like I go to the bathroom and every time I mean you've been to events and stuff like I'm getting stopped like every couple of minutes like hey Dzeeff, will you sign this card? Meanwhile, my whole pocket and down my leg is covered in pen ink. My wallet's ruined, my shirt's ruined, and like I go to like the furthest bathroom away from where people are dueling, and I'm just like sitting there scrubbing my hands for like 7 minutes straight, and people are like, even though I'm so far away from the area, people are coming into the bathroom. Going to the bathroom and then washing their hands and leaving. The whole time I'm just sitting there washing my hands, and they're like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm fine." But so yeah, I had to play the rest of the day with like knowing my whole when I got home, my whole left leg was blue, like from the pen ink. It was
You didn't damage any cards or anything, right?
no, not cards, just my
Okay.
dignity. And then the other story I was going to tell was that at this Indianapolis regional, maybe some people, I'm sure it's like some American players here. In the Indianapolis regionals, there's like these little vending machine rooms that are really tight, and it has like 3 vending machines. And I went there and I was trying to get like a snack or something, and I accidentally cut someone in line. He was like standing back from one of the vending machines, and I guess he was going to buy something. So I accidentally cut him, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm like so sorry. You can go ahead." And he's like, "No, man, like I'm a big fan. Like you're good." It's like, "Oh, okay." And so I put my dollar in, and I can't get it to work. Like I cannot. I put the dollar in, doesn't take it. I'm just like, oh, sorry. I pull out a different dollar, put that one in, and it doesn't work. And the guy, I'm like, at this point, I cut the guy in line. So I'm just like, I'm just trying to get this done with. So then I asked my friend for his dollar. That dollar doesn't work. I'm just like, okay, well, luckily this machine has like a card reader. So I pull my card out, swipe the card reader doesn't work. It's like, well, and so the guy that I cut's like, well, I can like loan you $1. I'm just like, no, dude, I have a fucking dollar in my bank account. I just can't get the fucking thing to work. So anyway, I gave up and pretended I needed to go to the bathroom, and then I never got my snack. But it was just awkward, man, like because I just felt so bad because I cut him, and then I sat there for like 10 minutes trying to get the fucking vending machine to work. But
You can definitely
God,
make this a clickbait title, like Dzeeff stabs fan and robs him at YCS. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
yeah. Oh no, it's been. I'm sure that's happened. I don't know.
I'm sure that's
fans.
no. I don't think that has happened, Doug. Actually, I
Yeah,
think
probably
that's
not
very
that.
rare.
No, you've never like done something questionable and then like apologize and someone's like, "Oh, it's okay." Like I watched the Farfa Twitch stream. I guess it's no events, but I don't know. It happens. Anyway, those are
All
my
right.
stories. But okay, so how do we get people in here? How do we listen to their stories? I'm curious.
I just drag them in, and they say hello, and they tell
Have
us
they
the
been
story.
vetted? Do they know? Do they even have stories?
I mean, I have been plugging it throughout the subathon, so people should be
Okay.
aware. So we can start off as a good example. Will probably be Mr. Kevin, distant coder.
You dragged me first, huh?
Of course.
I thought you were just joking
That's a
around.
really good one.
Hi, Doug. How you doing?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, I'm good. Yeah, I'm just
Kevin's
chilling,
stories
bro.
are always the best, by the way. Just as a I have heard like the stream friendly ones, the non-stream friendly stories.
Yeah.
Like they are good ones.
Nadir, I'm gonna tell a story that I'm sure I know you've heard before. I know for a fact Doug has not heard before, and I'm sure a majority of your chat have not heard before either. So I'm gonna tell the story of YCS Niagara 2019.
Is this national? No, never mind. Not that one. That one you'll never tell on stream.
No.
Okay. All right. Go on.
The story of YCS Niagara 2019. Okay, I need to give a name to this person because this person, I don't want to dox their name.
Volunteer in the
We're
chat.
gonna call him,
Volunteer for a name. We need a name. We need an alias.
Who do I want it? Yeah, there
Quick.
you go.
Quick.
Kevin.
All right. We've
Okay,
got.
Call him Hawk. We'll call him Hawk. Fuck it. This
Okay,
guy's name
Hawk.
is Hawk. Okay.
Huh?
All right. Hawk. Big
so
Hawk.
yeah, so Hawk. So I'm at YCS Niagara. I scrub. I'm dog shit at the game. I'm terrible. So I just like go like 2-3 drop whatever, something like that. Doesn't matter. Day 2 rolls around, and there is a player by the name of Hawk who is an avid player here in Montreal who is in Top Cut. But in order to explain what kind of player Hawk is,
Wait,
we
hold
need to
on. You
rewind.
basically did just. How hard is it to narrow down Montreal players that top that event?
There's a lot actually that top that event.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah,
fair
Canadians
enough.
are just the best
Yeah.
duelists in the world. Obviously, there's like 100 of them.
so-
Don't narrow it down.
So to understand what kind of player Hawk is, we need to rewind back to a regional in 2016. Funny enough, it was my first regional I had ever attended. Round 5 of that regional rolls around, and I hear a player got DQ'd and is probably going to get banned. And I'm like, what the hell? DQ'd? That happens? People are cheating? Like, I was all new and fresh to the game. I didn't know people like cheated at the game and whatever. And then I hear the story of the cherries under the chair. So what the reason why he got DQ'd and banned for, he did get banned for a year for this, was because this was the format where the two best decks were Monarch and BA. And he played 3 Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries main decked. Because he was playing BA, and in the BA mirror, you cherries the Dante, you auto win. So, round 5 rolls around, and he gets, like, his opponent, like, is like, oh, that's pretty sus what you just did. Looks like you reached for a card under your chair. And he goes, no, I didn't reach for no card under my chair. I don't know what you're talking about. And the guy calls a judge. And then the judge pulls up, and he asks the player to stand up. And when he stands up, 2 additional copies of Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries happen to fall all over the floor.
As he physically stands up.
As he physically stands, he literally put all 3 cherries right underneath his knee or some shit like that on his chair. And when he got up, the 2 cherries that were remaining fell into the chair. Funny enough, he did have the 3rd cherries in hand. Weird, I know, right? So it became a meme in Montreal for like years, even to this day. That anytime someone like is like, oh, I'm so tired of this one extra deck card, everyone says, oh, just put like a playset of cherries under your chair, you'll be fine. Like that's become a meme at this point.
That's a
So,
pretty
this
funny
player-
like inside joke to have like countrywide.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, why
but
all
yeah.
3? Why? Like, was he going to like cherries like every extra deck card one at a time?
Yo,
like Dante,
Beatrice,
then
fuck out
Breaksword,
of here. Dante, yo, gay Dante, get that shit out, bro.
Break sword and stuff. Like, yeah, okay.
You name it, he wanted all of it gone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like more often than not, like cheaters don't really know how to cheat, and they'll just cheat poorly, and then they get caught, and then it's deserved, you know. So
he only
fast
got 1 year
forward-
for this.
he got 1 year for this.
Wait, there's more.
There's more. We're fast forwarding to
flashback.
YCS Niagara. This was a flashback to explain the kind of person this player is. He gets unbanned after a year, comes back to the game, and is now in top cut of YCS Niagara. Top 16 or top 8 or something like that. I can't recall. He was playing against the guy who actually ended up winning the YCS.
All right,
So
narrowing
the
it down
player-
even more. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So this guy Hawk is he's playing Sky Striker, and his opponent is on Gren Maju. So they're on game 3, and Hawk activates So the current board state is Hawk
Oh,
has.
my camera
like-
froze, by the way, on your screen, Nadir.
True. Yeah, you have to keep
It's
the
not-
Discord window open, I think.
There it
Let's
is.
say it's not frozen in Discord.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
there you
frozen
go.
in Discord.
Freeze Dzeeff. Haha.
Okay, so the board state is like the striker player Hawk has like a couple of back row, and the Gren Maju player has 2 danger Bigfoots on field. Hawk activates double Widow Anchor on the 2 Bigfoots and takes both of them. And then they're like, okay, cool, takes both. And then Hawk goes, okay, link both Bigfoots into Nightmare Phoenix. And then there's like, you're in top cut, so there's like 3 judges at your table. They're like, you can't do that. And then he's like, my bad. Takes it back, links the 2 Bigfoots into barricade board blocker. And then the judges are like, can't do that either. And he's like, my bad. Got you.
What's
Takes
the
it
summoning
back.
requirements of Burger?
It's two monsters with different names.
Just the same.
I'm
as
sorry.
Phoenix.
Burger?
Yeah, the Burger. Barricade Borg Burger. That's what I call him.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
barricade
fair.
burger.
Side point.
Yeah,
Don't
straight
worry.
up. So he normal summons Ray, and then he goes, okay, link Ray double Bigfoot into Ningirsu. And then then the judges are like, bro, at this point you're trolling. PE minors, stop fucking cheating. And he's like, okay, cool, my bad. Sorry. So he makes like legal plays, right? He makes like Kigari, Phoenix, I don't know what. He ends up making like legal plays and shit, right? And then he like end phase, pass turn, and then the when he attempts to pass turn, the Gren Maju player goes like, he fans out his graveyard and he goes, yo, where's the second Widow Anchor? And he goes, what do you mean? Where's the second Widow Anchor? He says, well, you used 2 Widow Anchors. You added back like Engage off Kagari. I don't know what he added back off the Kagari or something like that. But then he says like, you added back like a different card off Kagari. You don't have multi-roll on field. Why do you only have 1 Widow Anchor in your graveyard? And then he's like, bro, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. And then the judges were like, okay, you tried like 3 illegal summons at this point. We think you're a little bit Papega, so we're going to just check your back row to see if you're cheating because there's no Widow Anchor in your hand. And he's like, bro, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what you're talking about. So he has 4 back row. They check the first back row. It's Shark Cannon. Cool. That's fine. They check the second back row. It's a Widow Anchor. It could have been a Widow Anchor that was set from hand. It's not sus yet. They check the third back row. Weird. It's Widow Anchor. How'd that third Widow Anchor get in your back row?
You reset
But
it.
then
The fourth
they
one.
check the fourth back row. Would anyone like to take a wild guess what the fourth back row is?
Infernity Archfiend.
Close.
Oh.
It is Sky Striker Area 0, the field spell, in the spell and trap zone, face down, for some reason. So, needless to say, the judges were like, bro, what the actual fuck? Please come with us. Took him into the back and shot him. No, that's a joke. That's not true. They just banned him forever. I think he's banned for 3 years now. And I'm pretty sure he's like never coming back to the game. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole story of YCS Niagara.
Man. And we thought Gage was playing it incorrectly with Verdant Sanctuary.
Oh my god.
No, it's so funny. It's so funny to think how this player even made top cut and how many people he must have cheated on the way there.
Well, what tactical advantage is there to setting area 0 in the back row?
Everyone
That's
asked
a
him
good
that.
question.
Okay, so the thing is, everyone asked him that. Like, everyone up to him was like, bro, what the fuck happened? Why was area 0 in your spell trap zone? And all this player had to say was, bro, I don't know what happened, man. I have no idea. It's like, I don't know how that got there. Like, maybe I'm being set. I don't know what's going on, bro. I have no idea. Like, I don't fucking get it. I have no idea.
Yeah, like
he
all
had
skills
to
look
say
the
is,
same. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, bro. Like, I thought it was Tikaboo, bro. Trust.
Mm.
But yeah, that was the story of YCS Niagara. It's a good one. That's one of the funny ones. But Montreal has way too many funny stories.
Well, thank you, Kevin. It's been a
No
blast.
problem, my
This has
dude.
been a
Thanks for
journey.
being our guinea pig. Yeah, that was nice.
I'm the guinea pig. Yo, I hope I was a good guinea pig.
You were great.
Yeah, no.
You were the
So,
best.
chat, that's all you have to do. Although,
Yeah,
I mean,
easy.
what,
Just
the,
come
what,
up
the
with good
likelihood
stories.
of one of these 7,000. By the way, congrats on the viewers that have been watching. The numbers go up. It's just been crazy. But gosh,
Dude,
man, you getting like 3K viewers while sleeping. It was great.
I'm so
Yeah.
fucking ready. I'm so fucking ready for someone to hop in the call and just be like, bro, so this story, right? The ban list came out and it hit my deck and I had to sell it and buy a new deck, bro.
Yep,
That's it. That's gonna
what-
be your stories.
No, we've got some vetting here.
All right. Perfect. Well then, have fun. And I'm gonna head out.
All right,
Peace.
See you later,
ya.
man.
Bye. All right, so chat, that was a decent example. Please make sure we keep it generic. If you are going to tell such stories, it's important that we don't narrow it down for specific people and such.
Mhm.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be like anything controversial. Just funny, generic, whatever. It's all good.
Yeah, just an embarrassing story,
Yeah. You wanting specific embarrassing stories?
Yeah. What else would it be? Just stories? Just like whatever they feel like talking to us about?
I kind of plug this as just like generic like stories from events and stuff.
Oh, yeah, sure. No, yeah, we can listen to some stories.
Works out. All right.
Chat, make them embarrassing though. Okay, don't tell them the deer.
Yeah, make them. Yeah, something embarrassing. I guess is kind of the play here. Let's take Mr. Zed. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good morning.
What's going on?
Hey.
Hi. I need to mute.
You're a little bit quiet, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. I need to mute the stream, and I have a bad echo. If I have my headphones too up, can you hear me fine now?
Yeah.
All good.
I want to tell you guys about the story of my first locals. So, I should give context. My first locals was a remote duel locals back in October of 2020.
A recent player.
Yes, all the boomers in chat are malding. So, I don't remember my first round opponent, but my second round opponent is Stevie Blunder. And this was before he got banned. So, chat, this was before Stevie got banned for the infamous video. So, Stevie was playing Mech Knight Invoked.
Mhm.
And at this point, the only duel I ever had was my friend who was playing pure Dark Magician with like no expensive cards at all. Like it was I have no monsters on field. I summon Dark Magician, attack. I was
That kind
playing
of deck,
Math
okay.
Mech. I was playing Math Mech, and
Dude, I'm frozen
used
again.
to-
The deer, you gotta keep the fucking Discord.
Oh,
thing
sorry,
open.
my bad. I was
Yeah,
like, man,
It looks
Dzeeff's
like
really
high as
smiling about
frick on the
this.
stream. Look at me. I'm
Yeah. So at this point, I didn't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, so I assumed the like skill gap would come from players like, getting better, not necessarily that the entire gameplay can change between decks.
Rookie mistake.
So I'm used to like I expected him to like summon like a monster, maybe like set a card. Stevie proceeds to so Stevie goes first. He normal summons Alistair, makes Makaba. I'm still reading Makaba as he goes and like does Mekk-Knight Mekk-Knight combos because he summoned like Makaba. So this was. Yeah, this would have been post Master Rule 5, I believe. So he like normal summons Alistair, makes Makaba, and like he just stomps me game 1. I go game 2. I thought at this point a good end board was like Final Sigma. I don't know if you guys know that card. Just
yes.
the Final Sigma card, and then the and then I had the equip. Mathmech Billion Blade Nayada.
Okay.
Yeah, the best VW boss monster. And Stevie like completely pwn stomps me. But that's not actually the interesting part about the story. The interesting part about the story is that 2 rounds later, Stevie pwn stomps me. And I go against Pac, because Pac is also playing in this tournament. Which is, this was, with Infernoble, he hand loops me for, like, 4, and, like, just pwn stomps me my first ever locals. And
what was your record at that point? How did you get paired against him?
I was X1, because my only loss was
okay.
Stevie. So I I won against my round 1 and my round 3 opponent by just like math mech OTK.
Oh shit!
Just like
Okay.
just like OTK punch really hard. Nobody has read Final Sigma at this point. Just like nobody knows what this card does, and it just punches hard. And Pack is Infernoble, like full power Infernoble, literally just goes in. I don't know who Pack is. He hand loops me for like 5, and I just like set multiplication pass, and I'm like bamboozled at this point that like you can do this in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right.
Yeah, and then the rest of my rounds were complete losses because no, Adamantivator was out of the format because
Is this just a tournament report? What is this? Where are you going with this?
Because my first locals ever in history was against Stevie and Pack, which is so funny because I know both of them now.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Well,
Okay.
the thing is, you didn't know he was a YCS champion in the making, so, you know.
Yeah, you know what?
I was waiting for the build-up here. Wait, so that was it? It was just a tournament
I'm
report?
sorry. Hey, I've been playing for like 5 or no, actually, wait, it's been a year at this point. Frick, I'm old. I'm sorry, Farfa. I'll get interesting stories at the next YCS.
Okay, thank you, Zed. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're funny.
I was waiting for like this build up, like, you know, like John McClane's gonna fight through like and join your local smash through the window and like OTK like in the last round. But it's just, yeah, here's a tournament report. I lost to Invoked, then I lost to Infernoble. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay.
Sorry for that time I said hi to you in the bathroom at Indianapolis. Dude, that's fine. Everyone just says hi in the bath.
Hello in the bathroom. All right.
Wait, King Scarlet, was that when? No, because that was, never mind. I thought that was like when I was cleaning ink off my hands. That was a different tournament though. What are the odds?
All right, I'm gonna get someone completely random in here.
Okay.
Let's go with Mila. Hello, Mila.
Hi.
Good evening.
What's up?
Good evening. Well, I have a story, I guess.
Okay, this is an interesting story. This isn't a tournament report. We're not gonna get a YGO Pro replay verbally, are we?
Well, it is like a dueling book duel, but I think it was pretty funny. It's like kind of odd what happened.
Okay.
So it's I'm not a very outdoor person, so this is like the fucking pinnacle of my life, all right. So
I didn't recognize your name, by the way. Thetis.
Oh, I'm Thetis. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was playing zombies in Raided or something. Then I got paired against True Draco. And game 1 I combo and then I win or whatever. Then after siding, because my deck obviously has like 12 hand traps or whatever, I just don't have anything to side, so I side Triple Judgment going second. And then my opponent goes first, and he sets up like Maiden, True Draco monster, and then sets free or whatever. Then my turn comes around, and I just don't have too many plays, so I just set 2 judgments from my hand and set a monster and pass. Then my opponent, for some reason, on their turn, they just don't attack into my monster. Then they pass, they set 1 more card or something, and then my turn comes around and I draw a Dara, and I declare a Dara to special it, and they just don't use Maiden, so I get like, they don't get value off of that. So I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Like, I'm just getting to make plays without giving them value. So my next play, to not give them value, is to just tribute summon Balrog from my hand by tributing the set monster and the Adara. And then I have 2 judgments set, and actually I also have a 3rd judgment. So I have 3 judgments into Draco, and I have a Balrog tribute summoned, and I just beat down the Maiden, and then I pass turn, and that's how I win. I'm just playing like better True Draco, basically, because they flood their Erupt, but it does literally nothing because I have a tribute summon monster. That was really cool. Is this a good story?
Yeah, man, it was really good.
Okay, thank
That's
you.
a really good one.
What? That is your story. Was
Did you win the match? Did you win the match though? Oh yeah, because
Yeah, I did. I won the match.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, I beat them at their game.
Was your story a dueling book replay versus?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Dennis. That was a great story.
Bye bye.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye. I'm sorry, Doug. I didn't realize it was this bad. We're getting dueling book replays.
Dude, because your title is just viewer stories, not embarrassing stories. No one would
Okay.
give you like
All right.
boring replays.
Guys.
Not that was boring,
We
allegedly, but no, you need
don't
stories that you know are gonna have some drama, some
give us some
intrigue.
drama.
in the-
Yes, some entertainment. Okay.
Yeah.
I played against True Draco, and he didn't have a good way to beat my
No,
zombie
that's
deck.
fine. That's okay. But no, you just no, that's
Oh my
okay.
God.
Like you've I'm sure when you go to events, like people just come up to you and give you like tournament reports unprompted.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's my
I get
favorite
that,
thing is
so.
tournament reports at events.
Yeah,
For sure. Okay. All right. Why can't I move you? Okay, there we go. All right.
I don't know.
Jaxel, save
hey
us. You have an
What's good,
embarrassing,
man?
funny, entertaining, crazy, cool story for us. Yes?
All right. You guys can hear me all right, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No
Okay,
pressure.
okay.
Please save us though.
So, I was in this tournament, right? It was run by
Please no reports. Please no reports.
I did not top in this tournament,
Okay.
but it was run by let's just call this guy Joseph Bothschild.
Bothschild.
And,
okay.
You know, not naming names, obviously, right? That's
Yeah,
just what we're gonna call him. So, I didn't top, but I won the side event.
Okay.
So because of that, I think I got like a fucking, what was it? I think it was like a 10. But because of that, I had to give him my address, to send the prize support.
Mm-hmm. And he showed up to your house.
Yes.
With
and
the
he
10
killed
in
me.
hand.
I'm dead. Okay.
Wait, what? How did you guess that?
No,
So-
I'm sorry. No, you can keep going.
Oh,
No, so
am
what-
I dumb? Sorry.
What happened was, it was like a week or two later, and this person DMs me, Joseph Bothschild DMs me, and he says, "Yo, I have some very funny news." So I ordered a bunch of cards, but I accidentally sent it to my last used TCG player address, which was you.
So
So,
you received.
He asked me,
Wait, he bought cards and sent them to your current address?
yes, because he
What
forgot
are
to
the
change.
odds?
Because he forgot to change. He forgot to change it back after sending me the prize for the event.
How do you even do that?
You don't have to dox yourself, but are you in like was that like an apartment or like a school or something where that would be
Yeah,
like
I was
a
at
little bit more
school at the
common?
time. If I had
Okay.
if it had been like a couple weeks later, I would have already moved out, and gone back
Yeah.
home at that point. But so here's the really funny part. I asked him like, "Oh, hey, I ordered some cards myself recently, so just so I don't mix them up, which cards was it?" He sends me 2 screenshots from like 2 different vendors. The first one was like an Eldritch core. It wasn't the Eldritches, so it wasn't like the expensive cards. The second screenshot, access code talker. This man sent me an $80 card by accident.
And how did this chain resolve?
I did end up sending him back his cards.
Oh,
It was
very
kind of
nice.
funny because at the UPS store when I went there, the guy he went through like the spiel of like, "Oh yeah, what's in the package?" I was like, "Oh, it's trading cards." And he says, "Oh, is it one of like the major TCGs?" And I'm like, yeah, it's Yu-Gi-Oh." And he's like, "Oh, what's the format like right now? I haven't played since Lynx." So that's the story of how I stood in a UPS store and explained Smoke Grenade of the Thief to a guy.
It's the teller like showing him some hand loops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah, that's
actually Joseph?
I mean, you said not to name names, but
That's really funny.
his name rhymes with Joseph Bothschild.
How do you accidentally send it to the previous person you bought from as your own delivery? That's so weird.
I guess because it like saves the address.
Yeah.
Something like that. I guess.
That's
Okay.
really weird though. Yeah, what
Right.
about that? Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jaxel. Sorry, appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good
Thank you
one.
for stopping by.
Have a good one. Oh, can I tell? Okay, that reminded me. Can I tell a quick tin story? This one's
A
really
tin
funny.
story. What's a tin
Okay,
story?
so like several years ago, I think 2014, it was the Prophecy Destroyer tin, I think. So that would be like 2013, 2014. Like 2012. God, I'm so fucking old. I won a tin giveaway like on Facebook, and they like
Facebook tin
messaged me and
giveaway, okay.
said, yeah, and they like messaged me and said like, okay, we'll like send you your packs, and I was like, well, and the tin, right? And they're like, well, no, like we're gonna open the tin and then send you the packs, and I was like, well, you just like scale them. No, like I won a tin giveaway, not like a pack inside the tin giveaway, and we like went back and forth about it, and that company still hates me to this day over that like little thing because they were like they didn't want to pay the shipping for the tin. But I was just like a little shit in high school. So I was like, no, man, I won a tin giveaway. I want this tin on my doorstep. Like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are trying to pull here. I was so paranoid about them, like, scaling the packs, like, opening it.
That's so what happened? Did they just send you a tin after all, or?
Yeah, they begrudgingly sent me the tin and then, like shunned me for literal years. And I think,
Wow.
I don't know if they have a grudge about it anymore, but
No
it was pretty funny.
sponsorships or anything. Karen's
Yeah. Well, dude, it said tin giveaway, not pack. I wanted the tin. I was poor. Like, I needed a place to hold my cards.
Yeah,
Where do I
that's
put the
fair.
cards that I pull? So that company hates. But
All
that's
right, let's
super
try Mr. Where are you? Mr. Mad Hatter. Hello. Hello.
Hold on, let me mute everything.
Whoa, you're very quiet.
Okay. Is that better?
You're very quiet.
Huh.
All right, I'm gonna have to move forward. Sorry, Mad Hatter. I do apologize.
We got a tight schedule today.
Sorry, chat. I'm not like tech support. You know, test out your microphone in your own time, right? You know what I mean? Like, I do apologize. You took someone from Fire Lake? Yeah, I know. I wanted to see if we could get something spicy from a non-subscriber, but you know, you can keep people louder. Yeah, but I don't want to like them eventually put their microphone closer to the thing, and I've put them on 200%, and then they just go like, "Yo, this is my story."
Wait, are these all subscribers that were interviewed?
Yeah, these have been great, haven't they?
They're horrible. Oh my gosh! No,
Pink,
it's fine.
thank you so much for the 5 gifted.
They're great.
I appreciate it. Get Bread in here. Oh, what's Bread? Where is Bread? I don't see him just now. All right, let's go through Mr. Pyro. Whoa, Prastal. Sorry, I was supposed to drag in Pyro, but we'll go with Prastal. Hello, Prastal.
So my story was in the remote duel YCS round 2. I get sacked by Salad, and I'm like fucking mad. I get sacked so hard.
Okay,
So,
a tournament
like,
report. Sure.
For round 3, I go to Farfa Court and we just talk. And Herman is there, and I'm like doing test stands on camera, and I'm like breaking so hard on my test stands that I just screamed copium a lot, trying to draw a good virtual world hand.
Okay.
And so I go to my table at round 3, and when they announced it like 2 hours later, because the event was horrible, the waiting times were insane. And at the table, before drawing, I instinctively accidentally shot copium, and my opponent is like, "Oh, you watch Farfa too?" And I was like, "Yeah," and like the most weirdest moment happened. I'm like,
Did you have
"Why
a
is
bonding
everybody
moment?
viewing
Dude, I
Farfa?"
think your stream crashed, by the way.
What?
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
I
How?
see. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's back up. Back up.
Oh, it's
You're
back up.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
just gotta
weird.
refresh.
Might have something to do with the fact that I have been live for like 27 hours or
26 hours.
something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So my
It's live for me.
opponent. So I just screamed copium while drawing. I somehow drew insane, and my opponent is like, and my after he says, "Oh, you're far from you too," and we just I said yes, and we just were silent for like the entire rest of the match. It was the weirdest silence ever. That's it.
So
Like-
wholesome.
It's not wholesome. Farfa view was KW.
Thank you,
You
Prastal.
found another Farfa viewer in the wild, though.
Oh my god.
Farfa's
Oh
gonna
my
kick you in
God.
2 seconds.
It
His
was
fingers like
it was kind of embarrassing
he's
because like
so- he's like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm a Farfa viewer. Oh, me too. Awkward silence.
Nice.
Duel. Okay.
I liked your story.
All right.
I
Thank
thought
you,
it was
Presto.
great.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
I'm gonna
this
grab a
is-
water. Find someone that has a story that's not in a duel. Be right back.
Okay, yeah, that chat, this is getting really painful here. Oh my god. Guys, like did we need like a vetting process here? Should I have like set up an email account that you guys could like email through and then say like, "Oh yeah, here's like a brief TLDR," you know? Cuz you guys like joining and saying like, "Okay, so round 1, my opponent sets 2. I summon Alistair. He strikes me. But joke's on him. I had 3 copies of Invocation in my hand." You know? I have a story about a threesome. Okay, whoa, relax. Right, let's keep it somewhat PG here. Oh, Doug's back. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, chat. No duels. All right, no more YJO Pro replays. No more. You know, I don't need to see the YDK file, or the YRP. All right, thank you. Pyro, hello. Sorry, yeah, you were supposed to be the original one. Hi.
You guys are really loud. Hang on. Okay, so my YGO Pro replay. No, just kidding. So I got a nice Triff story for you guys. I know how much you like Triff stories.
Okay.
So this is from it's like late 2019 PBG Columbus. And around this time we were really hyped because me and my friends knew a lot of Yugi tubers were gonna be there. So my one friend was like, "Yo, I want Triff to sign my Gaga Cowboy." And this isn't the whole story. There's another part to this too. So it was fun. Triff signed his Gaga Cowboy, but later on in the tournament, so Triff at this point in time, and I looked back at what deck he was playing at this event. I think it was like either Orcust Pendulum or just this weird pendulum like Guard Dragon build. Put Mirror in there, right? With Yazi, so you can go into a sword, and Argapane was legal right now, so you can big dragons and stuff. So Mirror's in his deck, and he plays one of it. Surely he won't draw it, right? Surely Triff's not gonna see this Mirror every game. So I'm playing my match, you know, I'm just playing Sal and stuff, and I just hear in the background, "Fucking Mirror, God fucking damn it!" Like, oh my god, every fucking time. And this happened for like a lot of rounds. You would just open Mirror. Like, I would just, you could be anywhere in the venue, and you will hear him scream, "Holy shit! Fuck this card! I'm putting this fucking bullshit card." So, and then sure enough, he uploaded a video. He did cut Mirror. But it was so weird. It was so weird seeing pendulums like that. He did 60 card Pend Orcust with Mirror. So
yeah, no,
that was kind of my quick Triff story. So
yeah,
it
that's sweet.
Wasn't a
No,
duel.
thank you. I appreciate it. That was a good one. That's exactly how I
You're
imagine
the
most of these games.
first viewer to get us to laugh unironically. So congratulations.
Yes.
No problem, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Pyro.
Yeah, of course. See you, man.
That is a
All right.
Triff out of 10.
Hello, Bradley.
Oh shit. What's happening?
Hi.
Hey.
Cutter, you
I
don't
know your
count. You were
stories
not a
are
viewer.
very dramatic. So
Huh?
I know your stories are very dramatic. So this is gonna be a good one.
It's a little quick one. It's just about how I almost missed Euros 2017. You know about this one actually. So I'm just on like my train I have to get a flight from Gatwick, but it's like two trains. So if this train's late in any shape or form, it has a knock-on effect. Means I miss my flight, and I'm just trundling along the countryside. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not too far out before I get to Reading, and I have to get my next train. And next thing you know, it just starts, like shunting, like coming to an abrupt sort of stop. And I'm thinking, like,
Is this the train or the coach?
It's a train.
All right.
It's 2 trains. Train gets to Reading, next train.
Right.
And it starts coming to like a stop, and I'm like, oh. At first I just thought, it's just slowing down before it comes to Reading. And we just sat there for like, I don't know, 10 or 5 minutes. What felt like a long 5 minutes. And then over the tannoy, I get ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delay. Just regret to inform you that there's been a fatality on the track. So we're just gonna have to kind of just sit and wait until we get more further updates And I was like, shit. Okay. So naturally, I took to Facebook and posted about it, and Nadir was quick to be like, as you may not remember, you were like, this man's died and you're posting about it on Facebook.
I mean, your YCS trips were about dashed, but yeah, that was a long delay, and it's crazy because that happens quite often in the UK.
Yeah.
You didn't miss the event, did you? I feel like it's been so long ago.
No, I had to like fork out to get another train to Birmingham.
Bought another train ticket
and another flight. So yeah, that was like just ridiculous.
This is terrible. Brad, you could have told any story. You told this one.
I genuinely couldn't think of anything. I'll tell you what. Do you want another funny story? So it was round one.
Please
of
do
UK
lighten the
Nationals.
mood. Please try and lighten the mood here. I preferred the Guru one. He's gone.
Wait. That was the guy just died. That was the punchline. This poor man.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought the punchline was gonna be like they ran over like a sheep.
Yeah, no.
I've never been on a train. Can you believe that?
I mean, you live in. Like,
I don't even know. I think I'd have to drive 3 hours to get to a train that I could board.
Don't you live in like the Midwest or something?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, so
I feel like that has negative connotations these days, though.
Yeah, I mean, the most efficient form of transport is like horse and car.
Yeah,
car. Sure, you have those.
Yeah, car. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Whew. All right, this is really rough, Doug. Like, what do we do from here?
All right. Is it possible? Someone in chat was posting about that they had a threesome story.
Do you want to hear that? I figured that might be a little.
I mean,
it can't get much worse than some of the things we've heard, I suppose. But
like, don't you guys have like, I don't know, getting so drunk and
just like
I don't know,
just a standard young adult story, like I got smashed at the venue. I couldn't walk, so I dropped, and then I went home, and I got sick, and then I spent a bunch of money on 10 tubs of aspirin, and then I stayed in the hotel room, and I solitaired my way with FTK, and then I thought I was in Top Cut, but realistically I was in my bedroom. Like, just a basic like mad lad like weekend story, something like that could probably suffice, Yeah, I was going to a YCS, and then someone died on the train track. Oh, well, I feel great. Like, I don't know. Doug, please take the lead on this. Like, it's
take the lead. I don't know. How about the drunk Pepe mirror match story? I mean, that's not a story. It's just a really bad video that I think I have privated now. But I don't know if you've ever done those drunk duel. It was drunk duel where like every 1,000 damage you had to like take a shot. And this was like I was recording. That was before I had drinking, so I didn't realize like just how much alcohol that was after like a whole match. And like they were just throwing up a lot. I think that video is hidden though.
Drink every time Farfa misplays.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It's not that funny. That's not true. Like, I don't know. I think it's just more that people just have like they're just not like sure how to like tell stories. I think that's like the problem.
The storytelling.
Not that there's been like a problem. All of your stories have been really great, but
yeah, you guys
and you guys are putting yourself out there. But I think that. I think that's the problem, right? Is that like, I'm used to like talking to like you or other YouTubers where they're naturally good at talking. Not that I'm good at talking, but just like in general, they know how to like tell a story.
Because your entire content is talking.
So I know it's rough. I know that like every time I'm recording, I'm just like, God, I'm so fucking bad at this. And it's so hard. But like, I think that's like where the difficulties are happening. I'm sure all of you guys in chat have really great stories, but no one's ever asked you to tell them. So it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, let's get the next person in here.
All right. All right, Aristotle, you directly DM'd me and demanded to be dragged in here. So this better be gonna be a hell of a ride, right?
Thank you so much. This is an honor. I'm a long-time fan, long-time watcher.
And I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. How about now?
Is it just me?
It's just a matter of volume.
He's like a little quiet. You can probably turn him up though. I think.
Sorry.
All right, I've got you on 200%.
All right. I'm sorry. I'll try to speak a bit louder. I'm a long time fan, long time watcher, year sub. This is a story of quite possibly my worst regional experience. This is a Michigan regional in the United States that is known for being just filthy. It's packed. It stinks.
Oh, Pandemonium.
Pandemonium Gaming, yes.
Yeah.
Their old building, as a matter of fact, they had an old building and it was just the worst. They had the worst bathroom facilities. But I have very fond memories because this is where I went to like my first regional.
Okay, I just want to say you really need to turn yourself, because I have you on max and it like people cannot hear right now.
Oh my god. Here, just a moment. If you could give me just one moment. I'm going to hop on mobile.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do the whole tech support thing. I do apologize. Maybe next time, Aristotle.
Oh no.
Doug, I gotta apologize, man. Like this is why I didn't immediately reply to this, because I knew it would be really difficult to do this.
You've done these before.
Yeah, but the thing is, for every like hilarious call-in, there's like 10 that are like, "Hey, so I sit down for regional. My opponent normal summoned Alistair. I activated Ash Blossom, but it didn't matter because he made Secure Gardener and activated Invocation anyway. All right, thanks for listening, Farfa. Bye."
At this point, like we've been going for 50 minutes. Like the people that get on the calls, they should know we're laughing at people for not having great stories ready. They should know that they know what we want, right?
Yeah.
So shouldn't they? I don't know.
All right, Darren's here. I'll trust you. Okay, Darren, you better have.
He's here to save the day.
You gotta save the day, Darren.
Oh shit, what up?
What up, Darren?
Well, I didn't expect this. I'm on the spot now.
Oh fuck! Come on, Darren. We had an hour to figure it out.
Oh no!
Just don't give me a bread story, okay?
Okay, don't be a bread story. Oh, Don, that was. No. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Right. So this is a story where I almost pretty much just shit myself. So like,
like
no,
physically.
like honestly, it's probably one of the worst experiences of my life. I was doing the Worlds race, so I was in America, and I was staying with Saul. Thank you, Saul. Love you. And I went up to see Jesse because there was a regional in Canada, and I went there, played the regional. You know, we had Ashboo, and I was making my way back to America. And since I had been to YCS Atlanta, I had a stamp in my passport for February. I went back from YCS Atlanta to Bochum. As you remember, Bochum, that was a fun story. And then I went back to go to the regionals. So during that time, I've been very back and forth, you know. And you know, like the max stay that you can have in America is like 3 months. For the record, I didn't exceed that. But
of course he didn't. We would never do that for the World's race. That never
absolutely
happened.
not.
No.
So I went from. So when I went to the Canadian regional, I naturally had to leave the America, and I was coming back. So through customs, so this is the first frustrating thing that happened. Jesse showed me this way to get cheap flights. I can't remember what the website was, but he told me to book a flight to Belize City. I still to this day don't know what the hell that is. But it went via Atlanta. So he was like, oh, you know, you just book it to Belize City, then you just get off at Atlanta, then there you go. It doesn't matter if you missed your last flight. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I did that. So I went through customs. Customs was fine on that time. And then the person was like, okay, so how long do you plan on staying in Belize City? And I'm like, I'm not going there. I'm just going to get off in Atlanta. And she was like, oh, well, you can't do that. I'm going to have to invalidate your ticket. And I was just like, what? So I'm like, I mean, I can choose whether to get on a flight if I want to, right? I mean, I can buy a flight and not get on it, surely.
Yeah,
And she-
right.
And she was like, "No, you can't do that. You have to like declare how long you're going to be there for." And I'm like, "Okay, 0." Like I'm not going to go. And then she was like, "No, but you can't do that. I have to update your ticket." And then she hit me with a, "Right, I've updated your ticket. You have to pay an additional $400." And I was just like,
What?
"You kidding me? Surely I'd
Wait,
pay
so
half
just
the
so I understand
price."
this, the cheap flight hack or whatever was that like the connecting flight was through Atlanta? And you
Yeah,
were just gonna get off and not. Okay, got it. Sure.
yeah. So that was the play, which I thought was just perfectly fine. But apparently that's
Mhm.
not perfectly fine. So she slapped me with that $300, and I was just like, "Well, that's I can't do that right now." Like that was on the spot. So I missed the flight. So I had to like leave the airport, go back to meet Jesse again at his locals at Game Nation, really sound place. So I literally had to go back there and sleep on their floor, and then find another flight last minute the next day. So I found like another flight to Atlanta like in the morning for $100. Oh, and this is so that was frustrating. But we found the out $100, right? So on my way back, this is where I literally just wanted to die. So I go through customs, thinking it's going to be fine, and then he just like goes through my passport and sees the February stamp. And at this point, it's like March, I think it's like April or May.
Oh
So
my
he sees
God.
he sees that I like went in for Bochum, right, for Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
But I'd returned back to the States after going back for Bochum in like March. So
But
it
he
hadn't been
thinks
3
you've been
months,
there the
but
whole time.
he thinks I'm just like
Oh my gosh.
being an illegal immigrant, right? And I'm like, "Oh no." And I'm like shitting myself because I'm like, "No, I haven't been here for that long." And he's like, "When's your flight back to the UK?" And I'm like, I can't remember when it was. But he was like, "Show me when the flight was." And naturally, I'm not prepared at all. So I get out my phone, I'm scroll. I have booked it, so I'm not super worried because I have proof that I am like, I'm not messing about in America. I do plan on going back to the UK at some point. Just here for world's points, bro. Hey,
A
kitty.
cat.
And then, since I can't find it quick enough because I'm literally like, I'm starting to panic a little bit. He goes, "Right, come with me." I'm like, "Oh god, what the hell's happening?" So he takes me to this back room, right? And he tells me to sit down. I go back on my phone to try and find my flight back to the UK to show them that I do intend to go back home. And then they shout at me, "Put that phone away!" And I'm like, "What?" Like, you told me to try and find the flight. "No, sir, put that phone away." And I'm like, "Oh god." And I'm literally thinking like, "Holy shit. If I get deported here, I'll get banned from America." And then and then I might not be able to go to Japan if I qualify for Worlds. And I literally
Oh,
my
that's
whole
the
life
problem.
all get arrested, I'm thinking
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
my whole life's flashing before my eyes here, and I'm just crying, almost in tears. And then she calls me over, and she's like, "Right, what the hell are you doing in America?" I'm like, "I'm staying with my friend," and I tell them, I'm going to Yu-Gi-Oh competitions to play for
Mhm.
World's Points to qualify for the World Championships, blah blah blah. And she was like, "What were you doing in Chile?" So I went to YCS Chile like a month before then. So that was a red flag to them because they're thinking, "Why the fuck are you going to South America, then up to America?"
Yeah, I can see where this is going. Yeah.
So they probably think that I'm some sort of like person just transporting drugs up and down.
Yeah,
the
you're a
country.
drug mule.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, they were like, "So why were you in Chile?" And I was like, "Again, for a Yu-Gi-Oh competition." And then she was like, "So do you have a job back home?" And I was like, "Yes, I have a job back in the UK." Had to tell her about my job and stuff. And she was like, "Well, how much money do you have?" And I'm like, "That's a bit of a rude question." And she asks to see my bank account. And I'm like, "Okay, just to show that I can sustain myself."
Really?
Yeah. And at this point, admittedly, I was just like running on fumes. So like I didn't have much money in my account. So I showed her. And she was like,
You're like, if I sell this coke I have, like, I'll make a ton.
If you let me through.
I show her my bank account, and like I'm living the overdraft dream during my Worlds race, I must admit. And she was like, "You have no money in your account, sir." Like,
oh my God.
I have a £2,000 overdraft actually. And she was like, "You're gonna go into your overdraft?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, surely it doesn't matter to you whether I go in debt or not, just to have fun in America." Then she starts speaking in Spanish to this other bloke, which I found really bizarre. But I found out afterwards it was to check to see whether I would pick up on any of the Spanish
Right.
words they said. You know, going back to what I mentioned when I went to Chile for the YCS. And my
Mm.
pal was saying, my pal Saul, because he also speaks Spanish, he was saying that they were probably calling me a fat cunt or something in like Spanish, just to see if I had like a reaction or anything.
Right.
And then after, you know, I showed them my flight back to the UK and I proved that I wasn't a drug lord. They were like, right, okay, off you go, back to Atlanta. And holy shit, American customs, man. It's spooky.
You're a white blonde guy, so
Yeah,
I can't imagine how bad it could have been if that was like
the life hack, right? Like I thought I was like, you know, I'm good, you know. I'm not gonna, I didn't.
Well, because I
thought I was invincible.
remember, Nadir, you were worried about that when you came to Texas, right? Because I had to I was like your contact for if you got stopped at customs or something. What even was that? You'd like write down like someone that you knew in America?
Yeah, so for traveling to the US as a visitor, you have to like give like, you know, where are you staying, who is like your contact, how long are you staying for, and then when you get there, they ask you, you know, what do you do for a living, how are you sustaining yourself? Because like the number one thing they care about is that you're not coming to America to overstay and work here and take jobs.
Yeah.
Right? That's like the thing that they care about. So, you know, you have to go through this whole ordeal to essentially prove that you know, you're not trying to do anything like that. And it was really funny because my one interaction about this was in London. Someone from, I don't know, not like the American embassy, but I guess some kind of like TSA American style person in Heathrow. As I was going, this person like, you know, starts questioning me. So he's like, you know, what do you do? What do you do? You know, sorry, like what's your name? Date of birth? What do you do for a living? How are you planning on sustaining yourself? All that thing, all that kind of questioning, right? So he goes through all of this questioning, and then eventually he asked the question, "What do you do for a living?" And remember, at this point, it's like very serious, like, you know, eye contact, very direct questions, immediate answers and response, call and response. And then he says, "What do you do for a living?" And I say like, "Well, I make YouTube videos online." And then he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, okay, sure." Hands me my passport. Like, I couldn't believe like that was the pass. Like that is what they thought was like, oh yeah, no, that's reasonable. Yeah, you're a YouTuber, right? Sure, yeah, yes, please go ahead. Like, I don't know, maybe they thought I was like,
that's like on their green pass through everything. It's like if they say they're a YouTuber, let them through.
So that's, if anyone here is trying to get through American customs and borders, apparently the correct response is to just tell them that you're a YouTuber.
Yeah, just make an account, upload one video, show them that video. There, see. I am.
Darren, you can use that next time. Like, I stream. Let me through, please.
Just don't mention anything. Just don't talk. Just say, "Yep, YouTube."
Yeah.
Since then, I haven't had a problem. Admittedly, it's just that one occasion.
But
ever since, I have been terrified.
I actually didn't know about the 3 months thing. I'd never heard that before.
Yeah, so like
it's like 3 months in a year, or they don't want you staying 3 consecutive months.
You just can't stay 3 consecutive months.
Okay,
but like it's fine if you like go in and out the country, like I was doing. Like I was just popping back and forth.
Right.
But, like I mentioned, since I went for the my first visit was to the YCS Atlanta, and I was going back and forth for like Jersey and stuff. The YCS is then, so they just didn't look at the rest of my passport because they just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah. Fuck,
and that
was a good
off.
Story. Congratulations for giving us the best story we've had
the
whole time.
Appreciate it. Take care. See you later.
Cheers. Have fun. Bye bye.
37
let me just play these notifications. Yo, sorry, chat. I have halted the notifications just because we're in the middle of recording. I don't want these things popping off while we're let's go. But thank you so much, Sancti, for the 5 gifted, and basically Zay2K as well for the 5 gifted. We are just under 10 hours, guys. Can you believe it? It's almost the end. It's coming to the end.
Oh, so are you like? I mean, it's only like 24 hours now, so I guess you could be fine. But like, how are you showering during this, or is it just, you know, stinky week?
I go to bed at 3 a.m. I wake up at 9 a.m. and then usually between 9 and 10 I'll have breakfast. This morning I did a workout with Peeps YGO, and then I just went and showered for like 15 minutes in my mods.
Okay, so for that portion of the stream, it's just like showing an empty room. Because like earlier I was like, well, you were sleeping.
No, when I'm AFK for prolonged periods, I have my moderators. They stream for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better gift
That's what I
subs when he's done. Yeah, I'll gift 1 sub for every good story we've heard.
So 3. Let's do 3. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. All right, let's pause this. Okay, we've got next up Peter Fox. Hello. Hello, Peter. You're muted, by the way.
Hello.
What's up? Hello.
What's up?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm from Brazil. The first thing I'm gonna
Oh,
do.
so this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm from
Okay.
Brasilia, the capital of Brazil, right? So greetings. So I am a machine enthusiast. So I play ABC and Cyber Dragon most of the time, right? And then I was training and building my deck for a regional, and I was so excited, and I discovered a really amazing combo. That is, I can make.
Okay, we did say like no dual reports, so I hope
No.
Let him talk.
okay,
I have a good
okay.
feeling about this one.
Okay, all right, it's going somewhere.
I discovered
Alright.
an amazing combo, and I just like playing Hurston. Oh my god, I can make 2 infinities in my first turn. I can start and make 2 infinities. I can make 2 infinities pass. That's insane. 2 negate
what?
Cyber Dragon. 2 Cyber Dragon infinities. I can make 2. I was like, my god, this is amazing. So I go to the tournament. I'm like 3-0. I bubbled. I got 9th place out of the top 8. And I was like, man, but it's so insane. I've made 2 infinities first turn. And then
How do you make infinity twice? It has a you can only summon it.
So yeah. So I didn't know because I didn't read it. So I was at a bar with some friends after.
Wait, so this was illegal, right?
Yeah, it's completely illegal, and I didn't know.
Right, okay, right. Now I see. Okay,
Yeah,
continue. I
it's
just double
Cyber
checking,
Dragon-
right? Sure.
Cyber Dragon Reborn, Nova Infinity, and I was playing. I was like, people are saying, "Oh my god, this is really good! Oh my god, I played YCS. I played a really good player, and I made this against him, and he scooped, and I was like, man, I'm on fire! Double Infinity, man." Then
This combo's so good, it shouldn't be allowed.
And 2 infinities and trap pass, it's a lot. I mean, okay. And then I was at a bar after the tournament with my friends, and we're like chatting, laughing. And one of my friends that I beat it was like, man, this is too insane. Why more people aren't playing Cyber Dragon? I mean, 2 infinity, this is really good. And I was like, yeah, man, really good. And then a more experienced player, one of my friends, he says, wait, what do you mean 2 infinities? And I mean, this can be right. You can do that. And I was like, what do you mean? Cyber Dragon, Reborn, thing, 2 Novas, 2 infinities. It's on top of the other. And he was like, man, are you cheating? Read the card. What do you mean you read the card? You just put infinity on top of Nova, right?
I'm really sorry. I didn't realize I like spoiled your story like from the beginning because yeah, I see where this is going.
Yeah, and then I read the card and I said, oh, I can't do this. I can't. Then I was a little drunk though, so they started make a video of me, and we have a group chat from players in Brasilia, 200-300 people in the group, and I was like, hey group, I'm sorry, I cheated, I didn't know.
Wait,
I
a
mean,
300% group chat?
Yeah. And then I made a video and I came out and I am the...
Wait, I want to hear more about that. There's a 300-man
Like, not a
Brazilian group chat?
Like
For
a group
Yu-Gi-Oh?
chat.
Yeah, no, I mean, for it's the Brasilia, it's the capital, so we have a store where we play the tournaments. I work there, but we have 200-300 people in the group, you know.
Okay, but it's like a
talking.
Facebook group, not like a chat, not like a live instant message group
No,
chat.
it's an instant message group chat. It's WhatsApp. And I don't know if you have that.
Holy shit! How do you keep
How
track
is
of
this
anything?
not just pinging 24/7 with Fala
Yeah,
Galera,
no,
Fala Galera?
yes, 24/7 Brazilian people speaking with each other.
Yo, let's go. That sounds great. How do I get in there?
People are like, hey, I want to buy this card, and everybody, oh my god, why you want to do this? You were, and then I made a video of myself in the bar. Hey group, I'm sorry, I cheated. I just read in Cyber Dragon Infinity, and I can make 2. So for the people I beat, and then there was a guy in Brasilia. he got so mad because he was like, man, in the tournament I made on my birthday, you did that against me, and I thought it was legal. Oh my god, why you did? And I was like, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I haven't, and I've never read the first sentence of Infinity. I was just like, negate. Yep,
Wow.
to negate.
You know,
And that's the story about the double Infinity.
I'm just saying your story would have really like been number one if you just led with it. So anyway, I was in my Brazilian 300-man WhatsApp group chat. I came up with the Cyber Dragon combo, and then this happened. That would have went somewhere, but this was amazing. I'm glad to know. What's the title of the group? Does it have a name? I'm curious.
We have a lot of titles. It keep changing. Now we have a player which is really famous in Brazil because he's top YCS and he kept winning a lot of tournaments and one of the best in Brazil.
Is it Paulo?
No, but I've already played Paulo in the regional when he draw against Flower Guardian. It was really nice. It was really fun. He remembered that too today. I can't
Paulo
find
drew against Flower Guardian in Top Cup?
No, he made 4-1. I was playing ABC at the time. He made 4-0-1, and his draw was against a boy, just a boy. I have played him, who played Flower Card, and Paulo was like, man, how does this work? I don't know any of these cards. Why?
That's so funny. Multiple like event-winning champion just like draws against the Flower Guardian.
Well, yeah, because like, each card is 100 lines of text.
Yeah,
How the
that's
fuck?
true.
I don't know.
The Brazilian group now it's named Yu-Gi-Oh! Braga Stan Army. Braga it's a Dino player who's being really good in the tournaments here. So
Is that like the Triff of Brazil?
no,
No, he's not like dinosaurs.
No, we don't have a Triff here because he dropped Dinosaur for a while to play some good decks, and he's in one of the team here. So, but there's a lot of nice people here, and it's really fun. We have just the one store where we can play official tournaments. I was a judge there. I worked there for a year, and it's a pretty wild ambiance.
Dang. Well, thanks for
thank you,
sharing.
Peter.
We
This
appreciate
this
it.
was a great
That was a
story.
good one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Goodbye. Really
Take
nice
care.
meeting you guys. Bye bye.
No problem. You too. Bye.
I cheated at locals on accident with B Troopers a bunch because
Oh, nice.
well, only
What was
2
your
rounds.
interaction?
Because I don't know, man. I think these cards are written really bad because B Trooper Scout Buggy and the Link 2 monster, their first line of text says you cannot special summon monsters except insect monsters. So that's like the first line. That makes sense. It's really important to note. And then for some reason, and like not all of them have that restriction. Like Sting Lancer doesn't have the restriction, Scalebarn doesn't have the restriction. But for some reason, on the Link 4, they hid that line like in the middle of the paragraphs of text. So I thought that one didn't restrict you to that. So I like accidentally cheated a couple rounds. But I apologize to everyone. Fucking Konami.
So because it
like,
was
why
in
would you put it
middle.
like if you're gonna put it at the start where it makes sense for 2 of the cards? Why not put it? Why is it at the middle? It's like the worst spot for Invincible Atlas. I don't know. So it's just fucked up.
Yeah, that deck looks really fun, by the way, and I gotta
It's like
ask,
the most fun deck to
please,
play ever.
Please tell me that you like had the Quaggar Alpha or whatever it's called. You didn't actually go out and just buy that for $100, did you?
Is our next person coming on?
Let's do it.
100, dude. It's the super rare. It's not the rare.
Wait, yours is the super rare?
I do own the super rare.
Oh my god, how much is that? Isn't that like 200 or something?
I don't know, man. It goes up and down.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But no access code, dude. I can't afford an access code. All right, I got this bad boy right here.
Play the link for. I can't even remember his name.
Super.
Wow, look at that.
You don't need an access code for your deck. That's not an insect.
Hello.
Hello, Omni.
What's up?
My story is from UK Nationals 2018.
All right, you guaranteed me that this story is something else.
Which you might remember was the one you got DQ'd from, right?
Oh, the one I got disqualified from. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, great.
So I almost got disqualified from this event as well.
Okay. No doxing, no leaking, but go ahead.
So round one starts, and I go to my pairings as everyone does, and I don't see my name. That happens sometimes. I go to the event organizers, and there's more people there as well that their names are not on the pairings, and they find them all, and they come to me and tell me, "Yeah, we can't find your deck list. We don't see your name anywhere." And I'm like, "What?" I mean, I pre-regged, I gave my deck list, so
Wait, so you didn't see your name on the pairings for round 1?
for round one, yeah, and
Okay.
they tell me that they don't have my deck list, and other people, they're like, "Yeah, you're here. We just missed you and stuff." So I was really confused at what was going on. So I was probably the reason why the event was delayed for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever, because I had to rewrite my deck list again, and then they're still like confused, but they just pair me up with another guy that also had his name missing. So I play round one, it's all good, I win, and I go to round two. And the middle of game two, the event organizer comes to me and says, "Yeah, we have to talk about the fact that we don't think you've pre-reg for the event." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And
Just in the
and
middle
he's
of the
like,
event?
"Yeah, in
In
the
the middle
middle
of
of
your
game
round?
two, while we're playing." And he's like, "Yeah, we don't have any proof that you've paid or you've regged in the event at all. Like we don't have your deck list, we don't have your COSI ID, we don't you don't exist." And I'm like,
Did you get the
"Oh."
pre-reg like mat and sleeves though?
Yeah, I did, and that's coming up in a bit as well.
Okay,
Well,
okay,
there
okay.
was no sleeves, but we got the mouse mat. So
Mhm.
they put me over, and I got like the tournament organizer, the Konami representative, both like they were literally just shouting at me at this point because they had no idea where I came from. Like, well, I even told them like if I wanted to just come here and play for free, would I even be playing? Like I was playing Trickstar Sky Striker. It's like oh, it was so confused. So they pull me out into another room, right? So they put me in the room, and it's the room with
Probably
all
the
the
same
prize
one that I
cards.
was in for that
Yeah,
event.
all the prize cards and all like the Switch and just stuff. So they just put me in there, and they start interrogating me like, "So how was the pre-reg? Like, explain the process to me. How you pre-reg and how like Friday was and how the event was." So they, and I was like, "Yeah, I came here. I paid, showed my COSI ID, got the mouse mat. Give the deck list and stuff." Like, I have no idea why they didn't um, why they lost my deck list at all. And they're still confused. They need proof. Like they just don't believe me at that point. So they both of them just leave, and they just leave me in the room with all the price cards and all the stuff. So I'm just there alone for like 5 minutes, and I don't know what to do. And they come back and they're like, "Do you have any proof at all that you've pre-regged?" And I'm like, "Well, can you not check? Like I paid by card. Can you not check see that my card was used to pay for this and stuff?" And they're like, "Yeah, we don't have access to that." And I'm like, "So my COSI ID is not like anywhere in the system?" They're like, "Yeah, we don't have anything." So I'm like, "Well, I do have the Prankwids mouse mat." So I go to my bag and I'm like, "Yeah, it's still sealed as well. Like I got this yesterday." And they're like, "Yeah, I guess that does it for like as a proof of the event." And they just let me go. And I just
Wait, that was it?
yeah.
You went through all that and they were like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they were interrogating me, just going hard on it, and then I'm like, "Yeah,
why
I just
didn't you
have the
Why
just
wasn't
lead
mouse
that the
with
mat."
first
that?"
thing they asked? Why weren't they just like, "Oh, do you have like the mat?"
Yeah, exactly. No, they kept just asking me about the fact that the deck list was missing, which I mean, I wrote the deck list, so I don't know. That's up to them, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
didn't
how
think
would you
about
know
the
where the
mouse
deck
mat
list
at
went,
all.
right?
It was just lucky that I had the mouse mat in my bag because I just left it from the day before. Because I mean, who brings that to an event, right? Just a mouse mat. But I was just
Right.
lucky that I had it, because if I didn't have it, probably just been DQ'd, and who knows?
So what happened? Did they just enter you into the system and then you played from round 3? But then like they pulled you out of round 2.
No,
So
okay,
like,
so they've already put me in the system on round one when I rewrote my deck list and I showed my COSI ID again. It was just that after round one, I guess they went over all the results and the people that were registered and whatnot, and they didn't seem to find any proof that I paid or like was pre-regged. Which, again, I still don't know
but
how they
like what
lost my
happened to
deck
your
list.
standings? Like, because they just pulled you out of round 2, right? So I mean, did you get a game loss or?
No, they just paused round 2. So I just after all
Your
that,
opponent was just sitting there the whole
yeah,
time.
after all that, I come back to my opponent just looking at me like, "Are you okay?"
The same game state, the same board.
Yeah, the same game. It was like in the middle
my
of the game, and I just sit down and I'm like, "Yeah,
Alright,
I
let's
think I'm
continue.
okay." And I proceed to lose that game because I have no idea. Like my mental was just gone. And then
Yeah, it must have been pretty scary.
What the hell did you just go through? Shit.
Uh,
A lot of people in chat are like pointing out that you could have just stolen a mouse pad from the prize room.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not saying a mousepad is the best proof either. That's why it's so confusing as well.
I mean, it's the only proof. Like, I think I wouldn't have thought to steal it.
I mean, don't you have like
That's
a
fuck-
banking app or something on your phone that shows like outgoing transactions?
Yeah, that's why I asked him if like I can show my card and see if he like matches the one that
didn't
was
you
used.
show
and stuff like
your
that.
transactions at all? Can you have done that?
Oh, I didn't have a that available at the time on my my
okay.
phone, but
Mm.
I was just trying to find ways of how we can prove it because I mean it's up to them to know what they have available, right? But they just told
suppose
me they
so.
just didn't have anything. And that's
Yeah,
all
they just
confusing
lost
to
your
me.
stuff. Like, what the hell?
I guess it's okay if maybe they just misspell my name and then it was just or they deleted like the bracket on Excel or something. But the fact that the deck list was missing as well.
Right. Well, and then they were trying to like gaslight you, like saying like you never entered this event.
Yeah, and then they like one of the representatives was literally just shouting at me at some point because he was just so mad because I got the event delayed and stuff. Which I mean, it sucks, but it's not really my fault.
Yeah.
So I was stressed out as well because I didn't know if I was going to get banned or like DQ'd or whatever was going on.
Yeah.
And then I had to play the whole event playing Trickscast Cash Track as well, so that sucks. But I still got to day 2, so it wasn't that bad, and I just lost the first round of day 2. So,
Yeah, no, that's fucked.
Yeah, I still have that Prankit mouse mat.
Yeah, so now you just enter events for free and then just show that, and that's like
yeah. It's a really powerful mouse mat for
like
sure.
a UDS belt now.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
that was...
thanks for joining, dudes. Appreciate it. And
yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
See ya.
Man,
that's like, gosh,
EO
that's like, I don't know. It's like a teacher losing your essay and then being like, "Well, rewrite it, I guess."
Yep, you can do it again. Although I guess like you could just print it out again at some point.
Yeah. Gosh, little
Hello?
Tintin, so cute.
What's wrong? Oh, goodbye. Oh my God! Sorry, I gotta say thank you to Moose Gaming for the 10 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Thank you. Chat, we are at just floating around that 10-hour mark. Okay, don't worry, I'm definitely gonna be awake by the morning. Don't sweat it. Whew. All right.
Yeah, what's like the fear going to bed, waking up, and then the stream has actually been over? Do you think that would happen?
Honestly, I've learned from watching other people's subathons that that's the last thing to care about.
Oh, really?
Because you get like in this weird debated state where it's like, oh, there's only 1 hour left. Yeah, I'll just stay up until 4 a.m. And then it reaches 5 minutes, and then some crazy person gifts like 100 subs.
1,000.
So it's like, so it's like, oh great, yeah, no, now I need to be here for another like hour or so. All right, I'll wait 1 more hour, and then it's like, oh, here's like another few hundred subs. It's like, well, great, I just like overslept 4 hours, and then it's just like a knock-on effect.
Yeah.
Other people subathon. Yeah, mostly Kevin. True.
I heard that you're shaving your head in like what day is that? If you make it to, was that a real comment that I saw?
Oh God, I forgot about that. I actually forgot. When am I doing that, chat?
I thought I saw someone post that.
That's
after
Thursday.
I think they said like 37 hours, which would be what, Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah, it is 10 a.m. Thursday. I'm shaving my head. That's before the Master Duel news, but that's like the one hope I have here. Like, I don't know how long I'm gonna last. I don't know how long this is gonna go. I'm not sure I have that many people subbing. But I'm pretty sure if we can hit like Master Duel news, that would be like the greatest.
Yeah, like especially after like a week of streaming.
Yeah,
that would be pretty crazy. Have you seen it? I gotta play. I think you did play Duel Links this morning, right?
Oh yeah, I've been grinding.
Yeah, I gotta do that because like I saw that there's like a skill that gives you like the old pendulum zones. Like that's like the weirdest shit ever.
Yeah, but that doesn't do anything though. It's pointless.
Well, it's pointless because in your opening hand of 4 cards, if you place like 2 scales and then pendulum summon 2 monsters, like you don't need the extra back row space. Like that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, basically, in effect, all the skill gives you is two extra macro slots, which is like, I mean, you're not playing like, I don't know, Metal Foes. That's the only thing it would be relevant in.
Right. The only list I saw was like Joseph's, which was the only trap he played was Treacherous. So it's like, no, I'm gonna have to. That was gonna be my video today, but I'll have to do it tomorrow. Play some Duel Links.
Let's go with the next gamer. We have Joe. Hello.
Hi, you right? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello,
what's
Joe.
up?
Who is
Hey.
Joe? All right, you got something spicy for us?
Yeah, so this was from, I know Doug won't know it, but there's a place in England called Stoke, which is kind of notoriously not very nice place. And I went to Stoke.
You mean England in general, right?
I mean, yeah, kind of. But I was kind of doing like a regional hop. Like every regional that was close to me, I'd hop on the train and try and top, and I didn't top any of them.
That's the conclusion. Yeah.
The Stoke one. So this was in Eternal format. So Salad, Orcus, blah 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 blah. And I was playing blind second Grand Margio. So I was.
I can see why.
As one does.
And so I was doing alright in the tournament. I'm not going to give you like a report, but round 3 I sit down and I'm against an old man, like a 5-year-old.
Right.
And this guy was playing Cyber Dragons, and we were getting along. We were like laughing, but then he tries to take back a play, and I'm like, "It's a regional. You can't just take back a play." And the guy looks at me dead in the eyes, and he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "You see this jacket?" And he was wearing like a leather biker jacket. And I was like, "Okay." I was a bit out of breath. I was like, "No, I don't know what you mean." And he was like, "This means I'm in a gang, and you don't want to mess with us." And I was like,
no. Don't tell me this was like a real threat. This was like an anime thing he was like cosplaying, surely, right? Like he was like a signer.
I was terrified. And so
I assume you let him take back his play, right?
No. I was adamant. I was like, "You can't take it back," and I beat him in the end.
And then he beat your ass outside, probably.
No. So I stand up and I'm like, GG's, and I offer the handshake, and he just walks past me. He's like, "I'll see you outside," and I'm just there like, what is going on? And I'm terrified because I'm not near my house. I've hopped on the train to go to this place.
Are you not with like friends and stuff?
No, I was doing it solo.
Wow, that's dedication.
So I'm not scared. So I go outside to him and he's smoking. And he looks at me. He goes, "I've been waiting for you." I'm like, "Oh Jesus!" I'm like, "Look, mate, it's nothing to do with you. It's a regional. I'm not trying to be mean or anything." And he's like, "After this is done, you're going to see all my friends come and get you." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, we've got bikes around the corner and we're going to be waiting for you." So I'm playing the rest of the regional, looking over at this guy who's also still playing, and he's staring at me every time I look over. And I'm just, so obviously I don't top because I'm terrified. I don't know what's going on. So just after they announced the standings and they're like, "Oh yeah, Joe, you came 11th. I take my prize pack and I run out the back door. I sprint as far as I can. And this guy, I don't know, apparently, because I spoke to a few people, between rounds and like, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm terrified. This guy's going to jump me." They're like, yeah, he's a bit of a dodgy guy. You should probably avoid him.
Oh, gosh.
So one of them found me on Facebook and was like, why did you, because they saw me sprint out the back door. They're like, "Why'd you run?" And I was like, "This guy was going to get me." They're like, yeah, this guy was asking where you were after the regional. So I think I genuinely avoided being like, I don't know, mugged after this regional by just running away.
Wow.
But
Shit.
I was shitting myself. It was.
I was really
horrible.
hoping that this was like a happy ending, like, yeah, we're signers, get
He
on
was
my
just
motorbike.
messing with you or something.
Yeah, like, gotta go fast, makes me feel alive.
Man, Stoke sounds like a really great place.
This was all because you didn't let him take back a Cyber Dragon misplay. That's really funny, actually.
It was mad.
Yeah, why? Someone in chat asked, why didn't you like tell the staff or like, I don't know, call the police? Or...
Oh, because I thought that, because I went straight to him outside after our round. I thought we could just sort it without having to, make a scene.
Yeah.
And then by the time we'd spoken, the next round had started, and I didn't want to, get a game loss or a match loss, so I just sat down and got on with it. I guess in hindsight, I could have told someone, but I wasn't really thinking straight because this guy told me I was going to get jumped.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was mad.
Jeez, that's terrifying.
I know, but
Yeah.
I mean, nothing happened, so it's all's well that ends well.
So have you gone back? Well, I mean, I know that everything's closed, but have you gone back to a Stokes regional?
No.
No. Yeah. That guy just shows up every time with his biker gang.
Oh, that's crazy.
Holy shit.
But anyway, I'll let the
Wow.
next person get in.
Yeah, no, that was a good story, man.
Cheers. Right, take care, guys.
See you later. Take care. Bye.
Nadir, have you been to that place? Whatever city that is?
No, I haven't. I don't remember any like physical altercations ever.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever heard or seen much. I saw like there was like a mini like fight like 2014 nationals, I remember, but it wasn't like anything crazy.
Yeah.
Have you never like seen like physical fighting at like what Yu-Gi-Oh events?
I have, yeah.
Really?
I think that's yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not like a ton, but yeah, every once in a while. Not normally at like bigger events, I guess, but smaller events.
I guess people in Michigan are just built differently.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh god. Did you know regionals are back? Wait, what? Did we just get like a random announcement now? I know in America they got remote duel regionals back.
I'm about to say I saw that announcement, but never officially. Is that like officially out?
Oh, I heard it was like a leaked email that shouldn't have been leaked.
Yeah,
and it just got
it was
shared
like to
around
like a
on
locals.
Yeah, and then it got like shared around social media and stuff. So I think we've basically heard indirectly that they're making remote duel regionals.
Yeah, like how does it even work? It would just be like wouldn't just like 1,000 people enter? I mean, I guess not, but they'd probably like extravaganzas, which is like a couple hundred.
Yeah, I assume so.
Well, let's get the next person in here.
All right,
That was a good one.
Let's see who we got next here. Natris, hello. Hello.
What's up?
Hey, hello. What's up, guys?
Good morning, sir.
How much? Do you have a good story for us?
Yeah, I think I have a decent story for you guys. So,
okay.
This was about 2012 during Wind Up Inzector format. I was at locals at that time. I've only been playing the game for about maybe a year competitively, so I'm still like a scrub, like very new. I don't know a lot of rulings about the game yet. Whatever. So, at this time, I had been playing. I think I was playing Zombie during Wind Up Inzector format at locals, and like this is a local that like averaged like anywhere from 12 to 17 people, I would say. So normally like 4 to 5 rounds. So I'm playing against this guy. We knew him as kind of like always playing the best deck. Rich guy, had like tier 0 Samurai, tier 0 Inzector, tier 0 Wind Up, all that stuff, right? So he's just money bags is what we kind of reference him as. So I'm playing against this guy, and I'm playing Zombie. And it's my turn. I normal summon Sengen, and I activate Plague from Grave. And on the summon of Plague, he goes, Valor on Sengen. I go, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm sure this doesn't do anything, but okay. I Synchro to Cataster. And I go, Sengen effect. And he goes, you can't, I Valored it. And I was like, what do you mean that's not how that works? Like, I get my Sengen search. So we call a judge over, and this judge had been judging this and another local around me for some time. And the judge comes over, and the judge was, I would say, very close with that guy. And it was very, very sketch. Because like this local, despite the amount of representation we sometimes had of this local, it was not a very good local. It was like it would start at 7 p.m. on a Friday, and sometimes in 5 rounds, it would take all the way up to 1 a.m. Granted, like, there was the old time rules, but also, like, after a 40-minute round, after the time rules, we would have to wait, like, 40 minutes for a smoke, because these guys would take smoke breaks. Like, stay outside and, like, smoke cigarettes for literally a round's worth, and then come back, oh, round 2 started, let's go, here's pairings, whatever. And I'm like, all these old men out here smoking, and some guys are, like, behind the dumpster in the back smoking weed. But, like,
naturally.
So the judge is, the judge is very cool with this guy, right? So the judge comes over and he goes, what's the issue? And I go, so I just synchroed a Catastrophe with my Sangan after he Veilered my Sangan. Do I get my search? Like, obviously, I know I get my search. And he goes, no, you don't search. I said, what? I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, it's the same thing like if you Veiler like Lone Fire Blossom. I said, that's not at all the same thing, but okay. Like, granted, I'm still a year into this game, like, competitively, and I get this ruling. Like, I get it. But he goes, so I go, okay, whatever. So I don't get the effect of Sangan, whatever. I end up losing this game. So we go to the next week, and I have to play this Moneybags guy again.
Why did you go back?
No, well, this was a local, this was a local, like literally like walking distance, 0.05 miles away from my house.
Okay,
so
for sure.
I go back to this locals, and I was friends with a lot of people that went there. So I go back and I play against this guy again. I think I'm still playing Zombie. I might have been playing like Blackwing or something. I have no idea. But I don't know what, I have no idea what this guy's playing. And he goes, but I know for a fact that I have Veiler in my main deck. And he goes, normal summon Sangan, and he has a tuner on board. I don't know what he's playing. I go, that's fine. He goes, synchro, and right before he synchros, I go, Veiler the Sangan, and he goes, okay, that's fine. Synchro, and he goes, after he synchro summons into like Brio or something, he goes, activate effect of Sangan, and I go, I Veilered it, and he goes, okay, I still get effect. I said, what are you talking about? So we call the judge over after we having this big, loud dispute throughout this was a smaller local, I think like maybe 7 people. So the judge hears us all the way from across there. He goes, what's going on here? So I tell him the story. So I Veilered his Sangan before he synchroed with it. Does he get effect? He goes, yeah, he gets effect. What do you mean? Why wouldn't he? I go, what happened last week? This exact scenario happened to me. He goes, what? I go, you literally told me the exact opposite thing. And he goes, I don't know. Granted, this is the same judge that once I played against activated Future Fusion to summon Geyserus. And like I read Geyserus, I said, so it doesn't just come out, right? Like this judge was a really nice guy. He gave me some fucking
fuck that judge. He's not a nice guy. He's horrible.
So like
the worst judge I've ever heard.
No,
I gotta ask this, right? So when you went to locals that second week, did you deliberately put Veiler in your deck so that you would hope to play against him and then Veiler his Sangan just for this exact scenario?
So I was playing Zombie at that time anyway. I think I was playing I know I had like BLS and Chaos Sorcerers in the main anyway. Sure. So I think Veiler was like my only light monster.
Okay, so and then when he summoned and then he had a tuner on board, then he was about to synchro. Like you knew that wasn't going to work, right? But did you do it out of principle or?
Yeah, I had to try it, like to see what.
Yeah, just to see what he says.
Like it's not like I actually think that everything this guy was telling me was true. But granted, like the judge, I don't know what the fuck was up with this judge. Like, but in all seriousness, like the guy was like a really nice guy because like he's given like my friends who have been like, I would say my friends were less fortunate at that time than I was. Who would like, I was able to buy packs and stuff like that from allowance money that I was given, while my friends did not have money. Like I would sometimes give my money to my friends to enter locals, and this guy would give people cards and make sure like some of the kids weren't getting like scrubbed out or cheated out of cards by some of the shitty players. But overall, this was a fucking scenario. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Damn, I just can't get over the fact that you Veilered like on principle. Like that's just really funny to me. Like you knew that would never work, but it was like, well, last week this was the ruling,
Absolutely. You just got a subscriber for 53 months. How have you even been streaming that long?
Oh wow, damn! I just
50.
Yo, KDA, thank you so much. That's crazy.
Wait, did you
Have
even
I had my sub button for that long? That's crazy. Yeah, I had my sub button ages ago, but I didn't like start streaming full time till like 3 years ago or something.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's
Thank
nuts. You. But thanks to the story, man. That was pretty good.
Yeah,
actually,
that was very
funny. I'm glad I can entertain you guys. Have a good night.
Take care, bye.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude! I've had that. Dude, I went to a locals one time. Aisha had a like a conference or something in Chicago, so like I just went along and I was like, oh, let's try to find a locals to play in. And it was like really small locals. Everyone hated me because I played meta, and by played meta I mean I played Altergeist, and they hadn't seen that deck before. So like this was like during Eternal format, so like that was their meta. It was like, oh, they're playing like anyway.
Guys,
But this player cheated, who was a younger opponent, but they were supposedly the best player at the locals, which I think was true. But they activated like reincarnation when they had Lycris plus the field spell, and they were like, this is like. They did the math and they're like, I think this is like, not I think, this is 7,000 damage or something. And I was like, hold up a second. 7,000 damage? That doesn't quite make sense. And then I realized that it was being calculated where instead of doing the Lycris damage plus the field spell and then the Lycris damage plus spell, it was like each 200 the Lycris did, they were adding 200 with the field spell.
Oh.
So
the 200 triggered the 200.
Yeah, so each Lycris is doing like 3,000 damage.
But like it would cascade, right? Like if you're gonna use that logic, like it would. Well,
yeah.
I guess you
So
take
anyway,
another 200.
So they had been beating everyone at locals using like this Trickstar deck that like just FTK'd everybody basically. But no one like believed me when I was like, this isn't how it works. Like, and then that was like round 2, and everyone was just so fucking angry at me the whole time, the rest of the day, because they were like, oh, he like sharked this little kid, and I was like, no, I'm just not gonna let him fucking cheat against me. Like, I don't. It's horrible.
Yeah, Dzeeff sharking kids because he didn't let his opponent go. Normal summon Lycris pass. Okay, standby phase. 4,800.
It was, dude. I was just taken aback. Like, all of you just let this person do this, and you think it's right. Like, they're not letting them do it because, like, oh, it's a little kid. They're like, that's how they think the card works. Like, shit, man. It's fucking nuts. Yeah.
You know,
so
speaking of dumb rulings, I remember my first ever locals. I've told this on stream a couple of times, but I don't know if you've ever heard this, but I sat down for my first ever competitive match. Like, this was at an OTS. Like, this wasn't like a for fun duel. This was the first time I sat down in a local, and this was the official duel. I was playing agents. It was just 3 structured decks and I think like a Christia. So we end up in this game state where my opponent tacks into my Consecrated Light, which I cited in for Dark World, by the way. You know, just saying, had those side deck techs ready to go. So
yeah.
Now here's what happens. You see, my Consecrated Light, or I'm pretty sure it was a Consecrated Light, hits the graveyard in the battle phase after he attacks. I look at my hand. I look at my grave. I look at my hand. Christia. I look at my grave. I check the number of fairies in the grave. 4. So in the battle phase, I go Christia effect. Special summon.
So what's the problem? No.
Like, there's 4 fairies. Like, it met the condition. And then we get a judge over, and then he has to explain like what a summon is, and then what like an effect is, and I'm just sitting there like, huh, okay. I guess I'll take your word for it, but I wasn't convinced, by the way. Just saying, like,
right.
I mean, it's 4 fairies. Like, okay, yeah. Anyway,
they're hard. I get that.
Should we do one more? I think we've got about 18 minutes before I have to move on to my next subathon task.
Task. What's your next subathon?
Do you know what Ruggles does full time?
He paints.
Yes, Ruggles is going to teach me how to paint happy little trees after this.
Yo, let's go. Ruggles gonna be Bob Ross. That's awesome.
Yeah. Stevie? No, guys, I'm not pulling Stevie, and I've already told him he will literally get banned if he tells his story. So, anyway, let's see. Who can I trust here, chat? Who can I trust here? Which of you is going to give me a banger?
End on a good one.
Yeah, something funny, entertaining, tell it like an absolute storyteller, like folklore. POP? Okay, I trust you. All right. No pressure. This is the last one, POP.
Can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Yes.
Oh, now I feel bad because you're like, oh, it has to be really funny. And I was going to start this off by saying you should temper your expectations. My story is more of a palate cleanser. It's kind of short, but I think it's kind of funny.
Okay, short and sweet.
Yeah. So this was, I think, beginning of toss format. Actually, right before it, when the Salad deck came out, but they hadn't released all of the Orcus support in Dark Neostorm.
Mhm.
It was like in its infancy. Yeah, I remember this. This was like the golden age for me when it came to going to the locals. I was just a stupid teenager that had a bunch of free time on his hands. And
Okay.
this is less of a story and more of a confession because
Now, I would warn you before confessing to anything on stream with 4,000
mine is
people
not
here. And
I didn't do anything against the rules. Mine was more a crime of omission. And it's because of my crime of omission that something bad happened to someone else, and I'm here to
Okay.
sort of cleanse my soul.
All right. Again, I will stress, are you sure this is something that is appropriate and that you want to talk about? Just making sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So what had ended up happening was it was round one. I was like my second week playing Salads. It was great. I don't know why I keep mentioning that I was playing Salads. This has nothing to do with the story. So it was first round. We get sat at like the very last table in the locals. It's like almost at the back door near the bathroom or whatever, away from the other tables because we were really overflowed for the night. And this is sort of the back room where a lot of people hang out who aren't actually playing in the locals. They're just like playing D&D at a big table on the other side of the room. And in this room, there is a security camera set up in the top right corner on a shelf. And the table we were at was right at that shelf. So the round ends, it's round one. I get up, and my backpack just sort of hits the camera and just knocks it off the shelf to the point where the camera doesn't work anymore and camera can't be seen. And instead of doing what, an adult would do, which is go and say to the owners of the locals, hey, I think I knocked your camera over. You might want to set it back up again. I froze, just walked away and didn't do anything. And I'm thinking to myself, there can't be anything wrong with this happening. And then next, it was round 2 happens, nothing happens. Then round 3 starts, and you're supposed to go to this sort of big TV at the front of the locals where they post all of the pairings. And right before they posted the pairings, like, everyone, we need you to, everyone gather around. All right, everyone. They pull this guy up and they have him raise his hand and say hi to everyone. Like, this young man has had his binder stolen. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, fuck. And they're like, it was stolen in the back room near the D&D table. And for some reason, right before this happened, the camera was disabled. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, fuck. And they're
so
like,
in
"We
their
don't
mind,
have
it's
any
like this
proof of what
5-head
happened."
like heist strategy where, okay, I'm going to disable the camera, then I'm going to take the binder, but like realistically, you just knocked it over, right?
I just knocked it over, and the person who would have stolen it probably wouldn't have even taken down the camera and would have gotten caught. And so then they're like, all right, guys, we need somebody to just step up because we're not going to be letting people out anytime soon unless somebody steps up and says what they did. And I'm sort of just sitting there thinking to myself, this would be the time to sort of tell the organizers of the locals what happened so that I could like sort of maybe help them. But I got scared. I was a stupid little kid. I stayed quiet. And then they eventually have to proceed. They're like, they just tell everyone to go to their tables, and they're like, the organizers of the locals are sort of looking around while people are playing. And then round 4 starts. They're like, guys, we're going to need to start searching people's bags if nobody's going to do this. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, this is all my fault. And I'd like to tell you there was a happy ending to this story, but the guy got his binder stolen. And
Wait, did they search everyone?
They didn't search everyone. That was like an empty threat. I don't think they had like the legal authority to do that.
Yeah, right.
I just felt so bad, and I've been thinking about. I think about it every now and then. I'm like, that guy got his binder stolen, and the guy who did it could have been caught if it wasn't for me. So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry, guy. I don't remember what you look like, but I remember that you got your shit stolen. I
That's
hope
so
you got all your
unfortunate.
cards back.
I feel really bad for you because I don't think you did anything wrong. Like, you're just like a shy, awkward kid. You didn't want to cause commotion. I don't know. It's just really unfortunate, I guess.
Do you know the kid that got the binder stolen?
No, this was like a night. Like, usually we have like, it was usually 20 to 30 people. This was like really packed, like 40 to 50 people. So that's why they had to stuff us in the back room. And this guy was just sort of keeping his backpack in the back room. You know what? I don't want to victim blame, but if you have a bunch of expensive cards, you shouldn't leave them around for everyone to just look at.
Well,
yeah,
but
no,
do
I
have
see a
to
lot of
take
people
care
at
of
locals that just like leave their shit around, and as someone who, when I was a kid, got my like a Jackbox stolen, so I learned that lesson very early on. Like I always just kind of, I don't know. It's like I feel bad because I don't just want to say someone's gonna steal this if you leave this around, because then it makes it seem like I'm gonna steal this if you leave this around. But no, I get it. People are just very trusting at locals.
Surely the local can say like, okay, you can voluntarily like at the start of this round, everyone put your bag on the table, and if you don't want to, then I mean, I guess that should be pretty obvious, like who it is. Like we're not gonna force to search you, but that should probably narrow it down if 39 people are saying, sure, search my bag, and one guy's like, plead the fifth, constitutional right, I demand to speak to an attorney. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean, although I didn't have anything illegal in my bag, the people who go to my locals are nice people, but they're a bit of there's some weedies, if you know what I mean. If people were to get bags searched, a lot of people would get kicked out and banned.
Yeah, maybe I guess people would say no for other reasons.
Yeah. I don't know. The story wasn't that exciting. I just wanted to confess.
No,
and say
that was
sorry
a good story. That was a good story. I was going to say, if we ever track down that guy, we'll have to donate some cards to him.
Yeah. Maybe there's time for you to take Stevie's story. Possibly, maybe.
I don't think so. No, we're all done.
No, we're done. Thank you so
you guys
much.
Have a night. You have a nice stream.
See you later.
I think you've earned 8 subscriptions.
23.69. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, chat.
Yeah, you've definitely earned 8 subs. There were 8 good stories. I didn't keep track of how many stories total there were.
Damn. So. Yeah, so we could do it like percentage based, right? So yeah, that makes sense. No, yeah, thank you everyone, chat. I appreciate it. Whoa, 8 subs, baby. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh,
I can see. Okay, because how many times have you done these viewer call-in ones?
Like 4 times, I want to say 4 or 5 times.
Do they always go like this, or?
Yeah, I mean, you have like random.
It really picked up at the end. Like we had like 5 in a row.
You have to like sieve through. You know what I mean? Like there's always gonna be like some guy who's like, okay, so I sat down, my opponent summoned Alistair, and then you'll get like one banger occasionally, and you know how it is with content, Doug. You just gotta cut and trim a lot.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, what do you use to hold up? Like, what kind of frame did you get to hold up your giant card? Because I got like 3 of them back here, and they just sit on the floor, and it's kind of depressing.
I don't know. There's a local store near me that specializes in picture framing, and I took it and I said, "Hey, frame this," and they were like, "Okay."
Let's travel there and do that then.
I mean, you don't like have like a local picture framer? Like, isn't that like a
I don't
profession?
know.
I'm sure it's a thing. If you just
probably...
Google picture framer near me, I'm sure you'll find someone.
Yeah, but then I have to be like, "Hey, can you frame this giant Yu-Gi-Oh card?"
I mean, so.
Yeah, so Hobby Lobby, isn't that the one that like?
Are you like too shy or something, Doug? Like, what's the big deal? Like, who cares?
What? No,
like I have
chat,
like
I'm not going to Hobby Lobby. They like that's this place that doesn't have barcodes because it's like the devil's code.
Yeah, I mean, think about it this way. They've probably framed some weirder stuff in their life. Like, think of all the thing that classifies as art, quote unquote. And it's just like this.
Yeah,
I don't know, frontal vagina shot of like a pineapple, and it's like, yeah, it's
Doug isn't proud of his profession. Okay, chat. Here's the deal. I'm not embarrassed to go into the shop, or like when I'm in the shop and like have some giant cards. It's like the parking the car and then opening the truck and carrying it in, and people like looking at me, going like, "What the fuck is that guy doing?" Like, yeah, the shop people don't care, but the I don't know. Like,
I mean, I disagree. I don't see the problem. Like, I've carried this tour guide through a shopping mall, like on my shoulder, like
really
big anime girl, like more than happy with it.
Michael's, yeah, that's what my mom said. She's like, "Oh, just go to Michael's." And I was like, "Okay, no, it's fine." I want a giant card that I want. Like, there's no Altergeist giant cards. There's no Sangan giant card, to my knowledge. I did see there is a Cockadoodle-Doo giant card, which would be really cool, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm frozen, but I'm gonna hop off anyway. But
yeah, fair.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll see if I can make a video of that. That was funny though. No, it was funny.
Yeah, just download the VOD, and I'm sure if you like trim out like a couple of them and a couple of segments, it should be fine.
No, it was fun. Regardless of if a video comes out of it, it was fun.
Yeah, I had a great time. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, good luck with the painting.
We'll do it. See you later.